Hello, and welcome to episode 2 of Cooking with Ed. Today, we are going to make beef ribs, direct style, in our homemade brick barbecue pit. Here is said brick barbecue pit. Homemade, obviously. And yes, I'm using charcoal. We got the charcoal burning in the charcoal starter. Got it inside there just to help heat the bricks up a little bit. And we will be cooking 6 slabs of beef ribs today. Now, I like to season my beef ribs. I keep it very simple. I really like the Grill Mates roasted garlic and herb. And whether you're using Zatarain's Creole seasoning or Tony Chachere's, it doesn't matter. Those are both very good in my humble opinion. And with that being said, we will season up the ribs, and as the coals are burning, we'll get them going. Now, beef ribs do cook a little different than pork ribs, but not that much. Definitely a whole different flavor and texture. They're generally pricey for the meat you get, but I guess everything nowadays is generally pricey for the meat you get. Alright, I'm going to start out with some the McCormick's Grill Mates roasted garlic and herb. I didn't get paid for this, but oh well. I enjoy it, and this is one of my staples in my seasonings. So we'll just sprinkle a little bit on this side, on all of them. A lot of people like to put mustard on their ribs and rub it in, and that's fine. I used to do that. I don't do that much anymore. I find the moisture on the meat holds the seasoning. I don't rub it in. You season slightly ahead of time. I'm sure there's many people that argue with what I'm saying, but it works fine for me, and I don't get many complaints. Just season it up, let it sit, come to room temperature before you put it on your pit, and believe me, it'll be fine. And if you don't believe me, just ask somebody who eats it. Like I say, I don't generally get many complaints. You can't please everybody all the time, that's for damn sure. Especially a liberal or a Yankee. Not that they're all bad either. Alright, now when I'm cooking these direct, and as you'll see when I put them on the pit, it will be fat side down to the coals because I am cooking them direct. If I cook offset in my other pit, I generally do fat side up. Anytime I cook direct, I like to do fat side down. 2 reasons. 1, you're getting the direct heat from the flames. It kind of protects the meat and the fat melts and drips into the coals, which adds a whole extra flavor altogether. So, and yes, I do have Yankee and liberal friends. I just like to give them a hard time all the time because I am one, not a Yankee, and I am most definitely not a liberal. But we live in a free country, and that's a damn good thing. Besides, this is a cooking show, not a political show. But I do suggest everybody vote for Herman Cain for President of the United States, because there is nobody else out there as qualified. Alright, now the ribs are all seasoned, and we're talking politics. Oh my God, 3 things that will get you in an argument, in a discussion. 1 is religion, 2 is politics, and 3 is barbecue. I've touched on 2 of those 3 things. So, with that being said, our ribs are seasoned. Our coals aren't quite done yet, but it's getting there. And this will be what we're cooking in today. Our little homemade brick pit. So, we're going to let these coals burn down a little bit, and we'll come right back. And we will directly cook some beef ribs. Okay, our coals are ready, and the ribs have been seasoned. We are switching to pit cam. This is pit cam. This is the pit. These are the coals. Very, very, very simple pit. We just made this out of brick. An old grill lid off of an old grill, obviously. Check out this fancy cover here for it. There you go. You pull the door off right there, and you want access to your coals. You just slide them out right here. Once again, this is actually the other end of the grill. And just slide that back in. Put your cover back on. And voila. A good old Southern style direct brick barbecue pit. Now we'll just put the rib cam on here. I'm sorry, the pit cam. Remove the cover again. And like I said, when you're cooking direct, we like to put the fat side down to the coals. One slab. Once again, down to the coals. And we are in business. And that, my friends, is how you start your good old Southern direct barbecue beef ribs. You know what? I'm starting to get a little worried. My lid's a little too small. We're going to slide them. Oh, whoop. Oh, and I got a rib rack, but I really don't like using them. So we'll slide them up. We'll put this little bitty feller right here. Right here. And he's going to be just fine. Believe me. Cover on. And now we just let the good old southern weather and the coals do their magic. And these will cook, and we will check on them periodically. Okay, it's time to add a new batch of coals. They are looking very well. Cooking up quite nicely indeed. It got a little hot there for a little bit, but not too bad. So they're definitely not burnt. But let's add some coals. And really, it's not going to be too long. These are going to be off. There's our coals from our charcoal chimney. Open the fancy door. Oh yes, definitely need more coals. And we are back at it. Looking very, very good. We will come back and check on them in a few. Put the cover on and let them keep doing their magic. Okay. These have been cooking now for close to 2 hours. I do believe they're almost done. We're going to flip them. They are looking very good indeed. The new coals are burning hot. And we did lose one slab. If y'all remember in the beginning, I put a small slab here. See that little opening? It took a dive, so that sucks, but we'll survive it. But yes, look how juicy that is. Do a little flip. And I do believe another 20 to 30 minutes we'll be pulling these off. And we'll get Move him to the outside. Move him to a little bit more of the heat. And everything else I'm going to keep just like it is. So we're going on about 2 hours, and this is what we're looking like. Gonna be some good stuff, yeah. We'll do a little zoom. Alright. Put the cover back on. Get them cooking. And I guarantee, to steal from old Justin again, that's gonna be some good stuff. Okay. These beef ribs are done. Look at them puppies right there, huh? I may have left them on just a little too long, actually. But look at that. That is perfect. Too long, my ass. These here are going to be some damn tasty ribs. Now we're going to take these off here. I don't use barbecue sauce. I offer it on the side. We're going to let these rest for a couple minutes. Then we're going to come back and we're going to cut them up. So we're going to set them right here. And that took all of 2 batches of coals. And look at them puppies right there. Like I said, we just pulled them off, so we're going to let them sit here for 5 to 10 minutes, and then we're going to come back and we're going to cut them up. And I guarantee it's going to be some damn good eating ribs. Okay, the beef ribs have rested. Now I'm going to say, I didn't really time this cook today, but these were on the pit direct for, I'm going to say about 2 hours. Time I got back, got the coals started, and got them on there. It's good 2.5 possibly. Maybe slightly a little long, but I don't think so. I think they're going to come out just fine. Actually, they look just fine. So, with that being said, direct 18 inches to 24 inches above the coals. Figure 2 hours at cooking that method is going to be plenty. And if that doesn't look acceptable to you, then you're a vegetarian. And a liberal. Oops. Alright, here's the ribs. So, this is our first slab. Look at that. That's definitely done. Like I say, these could have come off a little earlier, but I guarantee they're not going to be dry. Oh, one thing about out here in north central Florida, in the summertime, these yellow flies will eat you alive. They suck. Alright, next batch. Who needs a knife? Look at them, just pulling apart. Yep, they could have been taken off a little earlier. Let's see. That's good eats right there. Go. These may have been done about a half hour too long, in my opinion. I ain't gonna bullshit you. Oops. Sorry, we're on TV. But, even that being said, they are mighty tasty. Your worst homemade barbecue? Which this isn't my worst, but they should have come off about a half hour earlier. But that being said, your worst homemade barbecue is far superior than your best restaurant bought barbecue. So you make it, you play with it, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Y'all have a good one.